pension fund trustees have been urged to show greater accountability to members by providing the right and necessary information to the pensioners. Now, speaking at the official opening of the 3-day pension trustees seminar in Nairobi, Zamara Group Chief Executive Officer Sandeep Zaishura said that adequate member communication was the greatest failure within the pension schemes.
According to the head of the pension firm Zamara Group, Sandeep Raichura, pension firms should work to improve the living standards of the pensioners by working on the pensioners' entire financial journeys.
And one of the key insights that we are drawing from our research is that instead of just focusing on the point of retirement, we should focus on an individual's entire financial journey. From the time they join employment, become a member of a pension scheme, to the time they retire, to ensure that members of pension funds receive more information than they currently do. For example, all members of pension funds in Kenya receive a benefit statement currently, and they can also access their benefit statements online through the portals that we have as Zamara. But we feel that we need to go a step further, because if you give somebody a benefit statement that says you've got 1.2 million shillings in your account, that person might think, I'm going to do well. But if you then translate that to say this is going to give you a pension of only 4,000 a month, you are likely to get some action from the individual member to either make more saving or to appreciate that they will suffer an impact on their standard of living.
Raichura also urged the government to seriously reconsider the current tax deductible limit on pension contribution of only 20,000 shillings a month and have this substantially increased, given that it had not been increased for nearly 20 years.
And even eventually we should look for a way of saying, can we use some of this money as collateral for people to be able to access, to make credit more affordable, right? So there's over the next 3 years we will be talking about these things and how we can make our pensions industry more vibrant. We're a country where almost 85% of the working population is in the informal sector. More than 80% of jobs are being created amongst in the informal sector. So this, if we are going to say that we have a vision of having everybody covered under pensions, we cannot afford to ignore that large number of people in the informal sector. So
the Zamara Group CEO added that pensions are critical to Kenya's economy, holding more than 30% of the government debt and significant holdings at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. The Retirement Benefit Authority Chief Executive Officer Nzomo Mutukum remarked on the need for continuous training of scheme trustees on risk management and possible impact and the possible changes in the pension sector as a result of the COVID-19 crisis.
There are so many proposals on taxation. We are proposing increasing the tax-free amount, which is 600,000. We are proposing that to be increased. We are proposing increasing the tax-free 25,000 on pension. Which other ones do we have? We have around 4 or 5 tax proposals. And even last year we had around 4 or 5 tax proposals, which we submitted to Treasury. We went there and explained to them very well, but they did not take them up. And we have not given up. We have brought them back again. And this is where we also need industry to help us. When this goes to Parliament, it's an opportunity also to see whether some of these things can be brought at the level of Parliament.
Stakeholders in the pension sector have argued that the industry is currently facing a lot of challenges in Kenya as it sails through the COVID pandemic and difficulties in increasing penetration and awareness and promote a saving culture among Kenyans. Ndakwa Were, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
So please come outside.